So hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this tutorial video, we are going to learn about our CSS navigation bars. So navigation bar is means list of links. Okay, so let's take an example. As you can see that our home, video, shorts, playlist. This is also can be as a navigation bar. Okay, so let's take a forward to this example and we create. Okay, so navigation bar is basically a list of links, so we can use UL and allied elements can perfect sense. Okay, for let's use our UL and allied tag. Okay, so as I write here UL tag, then I write here allied, then let's write down our links here. Okay, so for links our a tag anchor, then we need to write here our links here. Okay, so I write here as a home. I don't give any link right now. Okay guys, you can assume that you need to give the links here. Okay, I just writing down like this, then paste, then paste, then paste. Okay, let's take as an example home, video, shorts and playlist. Okay, so let's write down here videos, then our shorts, then our playlist. So give them the name videos, shorts and playlist. So this is our UL and ally we use here. Okay, you can also give the links here if you want to take the links. Okay, my network is not correct right now, not connecting, that's why it's don't show it. So you can copy that links here. Okay, as you can see this is the links, you can copy that and paste it in this one. I didn't paste it right now. Okay, because my network is not connected right now. So let's move forward over. As you can see that our home, video, source is clickable right now. As you can see, it's clickable. So it means we can select this as a navigation bar. Okay. As you can see, the bullets are here. If you want to remove these bullets, so let's just remove the bullets here. If you want to remove the bullets, so for that you need to write down here style tag. Okay. Then in style tag you need to write down UL, and then you need to write down list style type none. If you want different, then you can write this. As you can see this, our bullets are removed right now. Okay, we can use these our default settings. Okay, if you want to remove these default settings, you can also do that. So let's just use our margin here as a 0. Okay, then our padding also as a 0, then save. Let's see our output. As you can see, this is our, we remove the browser default settings. Okay, now let's move forward to our vertical navigation bar. So to build a vertical navigation bar, you can style the a elements inside the list. Okay, so let's move forward to our UL tag. As you can see, we write down here. So let's write down, as you can see here is our UL. So let's display the here. Okay, so let's just clear this one right now, it's not needed. So let's write down here display as a block. Okay, so displaying the, as you can see, I write down here block. So displaying the link as a block elements makes the whole link area clickable. Okay, so let's see in our output. So first of all, let's write here our height and width. If you want to write, I give them width, and let's give them the background color as a aqua, or if you want to give them the gray color, you can also do that. As you can see that this gray color is here, and this is our block elements is clickable right now. Yes, you can see that, yes, it's all clickable here. Okay, so that's for our vertical navigation bar. So let's create a basic vertical navigation bar with a green background. Okay, and change the links background color when user moves the mouse over it. As you can see, when we move our mouse here, it's changing the color to green. So we are gonna take that example, okay guys. So let's start with our style tag. As you can see, our style is here. Then this is our URL, and let's give them the list type, which we write here, list style, okay, and type. We are gonna write here none because we don't need any bullets right now. As you can see, you can also give them the padding and margin if you want. So let's give them padding as a 0, then margin as a 0. Display block is don't need right now. Then save. This is your background color. As you can see, it's all clickable right now. Now we need to add our color green. Okay. So for that, let's write down here our LIA. Okay. So for that, we need to write down here display block. Then our color black. Then give them the padding as a 10 pixel vertical and horizontal, 20 pixel. Then save. Let's see. As you can see that our colors, our text is are in black mode right now. As you can see our height and width. So let's give them the width more here. Let's give them 80 so it can adjust. As you can see, that is how it's done. Okay. Now we need to give the when we move our mouse over. So for that we need to write down here hover. Okay. So let's write down here LIA. Then our hover, as you can see, is here. So now let's create curly brackets, and then we need to write down here our background color green, which I told. Then let's write green. You can also adjust the color as a aqua. Then save. As you can see, when I move my mouse, as you can see, is visible text is black color right now. As you can see, when I move my mouse over here, is aqua. Let's take as a pink another color because my background color is also aqua. That's why. Let's take as a RGB, our yellow color. As you can see, when I move my mouse over here, let's zoom it. As you can see, when I move my mouse over here, it's become yellow, light yellow. So, so this is our hover how it's work, and you can select the colors here if you want to. Okay, if you want aqua color as a, you can also do that. So let's just clear this one and write as aqua. Then see, that is how it's done. Okay. You can also write that, let's write down here the change color and give them the gray, then save. As you can see, this is how it look like. So now let's move forward to our active link. Okay, for active link we need to write our active class. Okay, for that we need to write our class here. Okay, so for that let's write our first one, our, as you can see our URL tag is the same as previous one. So let's take this. Then our LIA tag, you can let's give them the underline if you want to give them. As you can see, it's underline here. If you want to remove this underline, you can also do that. For that, you need to write down here text decoration none. If you do that, then as you can see, the underlines removes here. Okay. So now let's move forward to our active tag. Okay, for that we need to write down our class. So now let's move forward to our, we need to write our a class A here. Okay guys, so let's just write our class A here in our href. As you can see our anchor tag, you can write that as a class A, class B, whichever class you want to write. Okay, so let's write down here class capital A. Okay, yeah, it's done. Then we need to write down here our, let's just create a new one, lia, then dot capital A, because our class. Then we need to write down here background color and color. Let's take this as a copy, then paste. Then let's give this color as a white. Then as you can see, this is become our active links right now. Whichever, whenever you open your website, it's gonna be open our home section. If you want to open the source, you can also do that. You just need to just copy this one, cut this one, and paste it in the our source. Okay, then save. As you can see, it's moved to the our active links is source. So that is how our active links works here, guys. If you have any query, write down in the comment section. Now let's move forward to our center links and add borders. Okay, so let's see our output. Let's write a code. As you can see, we need to add here our, we can also add here border if you want. So let's just add some borders, 2 pixel, then solid black. I write down here, then save. As you can see that here my border is here. So that is how our borders is works. Now let's move forward to our, as you can see, let's create a new one here, li only. If you want to text, if you want this text into a center, that's why. So let's write here center and let's save. As you can see, it's slightly different right now. It's in center mode right now. If you want to give the underline here, as you can see, if you want to give the underline here, you can also give that. So let's write down here border bottom. Okay, you can give them 2 pixels solid blue. I take as a blue. Then save. As you can see that my blue color's bottom is here. Now let's move forward to our child element. Okay, so let's write down here li last. As you can see that last child. So let's select as a last child. Then if you write this, let's write this here and then give them the border as a bottom, not radius. Then we need to write here 2 pixel solid red. Then save. As you can see that is here red right now. And if you want, if you write down like this, then save last only. Then as you can see, you need to write down here child obviously. Then save. As you can see, our border is here. But if you want to none of these, you can also write that here none. Then save. As you can see, it's not anything right now. So that is how it works. Our last child. Now let's move forward to our, as you can see, it's already written here, and this is our hover is already written. You can also add that here. As you can see, when we move our mouse here, it's become controllable right now. Okay, so let's give them these one as a no color. Okay, if you want to. So let's write down here li hover yeah, then write down your class name. My class name is A. That's why I write this. Then save. As you can see, whenever I move my mouse here, it don't give the aqua color here, but let's press it. But as you can see, it's not right now. So that is how our aqua colors is work here. If you write here the not, okay, we need to write here not because we didn't write, and give them not, then save. As you can see, li is over and our not. Okay guys, if you have any query, Write down in the comment section. As you can see, when we move our mouse here, it's become aqueous color. But when I move my mouse in the home section, it didn't change the aqua color. Okay, so that is how our works here. Don't give the space here, just like I do. Don't mistake just like me. So now let's move forward to our full height pixel vertical navbar. Okay, so let's create a full height and uh, give them the sticky side navigation. Okay, so let's see. As you can see, this is our style. You can also do that in the body if you want. So let's give them the body as a margin 0 and save. This is our UL right now. We give the border here. We can also give them if you want. So let's give them the width as a 25 pixel or as a 30 pixel. So let's give them 25 pixel percentage, sorry, not pixel. Then this is our margin and padding. It's not ready right now. So let's just clear this one. We don't also need this one list also. Then let's write down, let's clear this border right now. Okay. So let's write down our main part, position, fix. Okay. Position is fixed right now. Which is here. Let's give them the height as a 1000 pixel or as a 100% if you want to. So let's give them the 100%. Then let's select the overflow. You can select, let's select as a auto. Then this our work is clear here. Now like this is also clear. This one LIA and LI, we don't need this right now, so let's clear this one. And this one is proper right now, yeah, it's proper. Then save. Let's see our output. As you can see, let's minimize. As you can see, that is how it works here, guys. As you can see, this is our bullets which we write. Okay, if you don't want to bullets, then you just need to write down here our previous code. Okay, just our list style type none. You can also do that. So let's write down list style type none. Then save. As you can see, so that is how it works here. Now let's move forward to our horizontal navigation bar. So there are two ways to create a horizontal navigation bar, the using inline or as a floating list items. So let's take as an example of first one, inline list items. Okay, so let's open our code. As you can see, our style and UL here. So let's clear this one right now. If you want to clear this one, this is our list style type none. Then we need to write down here margin and padding. Okay, so let's clear this one. Let's write down here our margin and padding. Let's create as a new one, margin as a 0, then padding as a 0, then save. This is our let's create a li here. Okay, we are gonna write with a new one, that's why. So li display as an inline. Then we need to clear this one. Okay, so let's just cut this here. Yeah, it's here. Let's cut this one and then paste it here right now. It's become handy in the next example. Okay, that's why. As you can see, this is a URL and li here. Display inline. This is a style. Let's give them the close style and then our head. Okay, then save. This is a UL and let's see our output. As you can see, this is our how horizontal navigation bar works here in inline. As you can see, that is how you can select it here if you want. So now let's move forward to our floating list. So floating list items we are gonna use it here. Okay, so let's start with our this one. We write here list style is correct here. So margin and padding. We are gonna add here overflow as a hidden. Okay, then save. This is our, let's write down here now float, because we are gonna write here float example. That's why in previous we write in like. Then we need to add here our LIA, which we use it here. As you can see, this is our LIA. So let's just copy this one and paste it. But there's a changing here we need to do. Okay, we need to give them this one as a cancel. Okay, then we need to write down here padding as a 10 pixel, whichever you want. Then I write down here background as a color, let's gray color, take as a gray. Then close, and then let's see our output. As you can see, our horizontal gray color right now. That is how you can select links here. As you can see, so that is how it works here. Now let's take as a background color, add here. Okay, as you can see in UL it didn't take any color here. So let's add here our color. So let's add here background color as a gray. As you can see. Now let's move forward. You can also do that. Then as you can see. Now let's move forward to our this one LIA. As you can see, we need to remove this one for this one, so we can easily see the output. As you can see. Now we need to add our horizontal navigation bar. Okay, this is for our background color. Okay guys, if you have any query, write down. This is our background color. Now we are gonna write our horizontal navigation bar. Okay, so for that this is the same as this one. This one is also the same, and this is our LIA, which we are gonna add here our horizontal and vertical. Okay, so let's write down here as a 50 pixel, then as a 20 pixel. Now let's add here color as a white, then add here text alignment as a center, then let's add here text decoration as a none, then save. Let's see our output. As you can see is white color right now. Now it's in center mode right now, each of the center mode right now. Now now let's move forward to our hover. When we move our mouse, so for hover we need to take this one. Let's write down a new one. Okay guys, so let's write down here as our new one LIE hover. Then we need to write down our background color. So let's write down here background color as a 222 hashtag. Now then save. Then let's see our output. As you can see, when we move our mouse over here, it's become black colors. In previous example we learned. This is for our horizontal. That's why I create a new one example. Okay guys. Now let's give the active links. Okay. So for active links we need to write down this one. LIA hover not A. Okay, so let's just copy this one and then paste it here. Okay, for not. Okay, then this is our, let's save. As you can see, when I move my mouse over, it's become aqua color right now in blue. Let's zoom it. As you can see, but when I move my mouse here, it didn't change any color. Okay, that's why I write down here hover not. Okay, so now let's move forward to our if you want to change this here anchor type. Okay, so let's change. For that we need to write down here dot a. Okay, then let's write down here background color as a green. Then save. As you can see, when I move my mouse over here, it's become green color right now. In previous example, it's become black, as you can see. If I don't, let's just Control Z right now, then save. As you can see, when I move my mouse here, it's become green right now. But when I do that, let's change this color so you can easily understand the difference. Let's give them as a black, then save. As you can see, that is how it works here, our A tag. So let's give them as a green color right now, then save. As you can see. Now let's move forward to our right alignment links. Okay. If you, as you can see, if you, let's open. If you want to give this into this side for right alignment, so for that we are going to use it here. As you can see, our UL is the same as this one. Then our li is the same. Then we need to change our li style equals to float right. Okay, we just need to do that here in this one. Okay, so let's write down here style equals to float right. Then save. We need to also give that here the class here. So let's cut this class and paste it here. Then save. As you can see, my playlist is here, and this is a hover how it's done because I moved this class to this class. That's why. And this is our right alignment links here. Okay. As you can see, we want to move this one about to. That's why I moved that here. Now let's give the border device. If you want to divide the borders here, you can also do that. So for that, we need to write down here our UI is the same as this one. Then our li, we need to write down here our border right. Then we need to write down here 2 pixels solid white. So it can be visible. That's why I give them white color. As you can see, the white is here. If I write here black, then save. As you can see, the black color is here right now. As you can see, so and here. So that is our. If you want to remove, as you can see, if you want to remove this last line black as a this one, you can also do that. So for that, you need to write down here li last child and then border right equals jam not. Then save. Let's see. As you can, let's refresh it. Because of this one, because I've write down 2 times. Then save. As you can see, the border is clear right now. That is how our choice works here, guys. If you have any query, write down in the comment section. Now let's move forward to our hover or not. As is the same as this one is the perfect one right now, and then this is also the perfect. Now let's change this one if we already did. Now we are gonna learn our top position fix it. If you want to fix your top position, so you need to write. So let's write down our, for that we need to write down here our body. Then we need to give the margin as a 0. Then save. This is our UL. List type we are going to write as a none. Our margin, padding, overflow, background color. Then we're going to write here position as a fix. Because top position fix, we need to write down here position fix. And top give as a 0. Okay, then width. Let's take as an example full width here. then save. Now we need to change our float. This one as a left, and we need to let's remove this one, and this is our, we don't need it right now, so let's clear this one. This is our LI8 display block, white color, center is perfect, decoration is perfect. So now let's move forward to our LIA over not. So let's clear this one. This one is also correct. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. These are the all corrects here, guys. Now let's add some div here, and let's write here in this style padding as a 15 pixel. Then let's write down here margin top. Let's give them as a 25 pixel. Then our background color as a aqua. Let's take as aqua color. Then height as a 2000 pixel. Let's take this as an example. Then save. Let's add paragraph tag here. So let's write down here lorem. Let's cut this one and paste it here. Then save. Let's see our output. As you can see, my entire color is right now aqua color. I give them the 2000 pixels height. That's why it's moving like this. And whichever I scroll here, my top position has, as you can see, is fixed right now. As you can see, I move my mouse down here. Even if I do down, it's still the same position as fixed. Okay, guys. So that's for our top. Okay, guys. Now we are going to learn our top bottom position. Okay. So as you can see, so for top bottom, you need to write down bottom. Okay. We write down here top. So let's write down here bottom. Then float is correct. This one is the same as this one. All are the perfect right now. We just need to change it here also. This one is also correct. Height, padding. We need to remove this one, margin top in our top bottom. As you can see, our in bottom mode right now, our navigation bar links. Whenever we did down or up, still remains in the picture position as a top bottom. Okay. Now let's move forward to our sticky position. So let's open our code. Let's write, if you want to give this size as a big one text, you can also do that if you want to. So let's write down here font size as a 30 pixel. Then save. As you can see, that is how you can select that if you want to change the font size of the full body. Now let's move forward to our UL. As you can see, it's perfect right now. We don't need to change it here anything. We just need to change our position. So let's give them as a sticky. If you are using iOS version, so you need to write down here wave sticky. Okay. So we need to write down here top. Then let's give them, we don't need it right now. Then save. As you can see, this is our top position right now. Whichever we do, still remain in the same position. Okay, guys. So that is how our sticky positions works here, guys. If you have any query, write down in the comment section. Now, let's, as you can see, this is our hover. If you want to change the color, you can also do that. Let's give them gray color, then save. So that is how it works, guys. If you have any query, write down in the comment section. Now let's move forward to our responsive top navigation example. Let's take as an example of responsive top navigation. So for that, we need to write down here. Let's clear this one and save. This is the correct right now. We don't need to change it here anything also. We just need to delete this one. Then we are gonna need to write our UL. We are gonna take as an example. That's this one is correct right now. We need to write here our UL dot B li. Okay, then save. Why I write this? Because we need to change our class here. Let's change our class. Okay, guys. So let's just cut this one and paste it. Then let's change our this one also as a cancel if you want. Let's this one is correct right now, class A. Then we this is our videos. Then let's take this as a class C here. Okay, guys, class C. Then save. Okay, now let's cut this one right now and give them in the end. Let's clear this one. Then save. This is our div style. We need to give as a padding as a 0 as a vertical and horizontal. So let's clear this one. Then let's give them as a 0 and 10 pixel. Then save. As you can see, this is how it looks like. We need to also change our class. So let's add some. We need to let's give them as a UL level tag as a B class. Okay. Now we need to change it in our code. As you can see, I use as a ULB class as a float left. Okay, guys, and this is a LIA. So I gonna use here our UL tag or LI, and this one is perfect right now. Text alignment, center, padding, decoration is perfect. So let's change it our UL here. Let's give them our dot a class or active links. As you can see, this a1 is our active links. Okay, that's why I write here ul dot a, and this one is also correct right now, background color. So let's clear this one right now. Then this one let's take as our ul dot as a. Okay, guys, let's give them as a lia dot capital A. And this one is our background. Let's take it as a red, new one. Now let's create our ul dot capital A li dot capital C. We are gonna use it here. Float as a non. Then save. Let's see our output. As you can see, when I move my mouse here, it's not hovering right now. Okay, so that is how it looks like. If I do it small, okay, guys, let's see. And save. Save. Let's write down here the A and C. As you can see, I do the control Z here right now. Okay, guys. Then save. As you can see, this one. Okay. Now let's create as a new one because it's too tricky. Let's check out this one is correct. This is our ULB li float left. Then we need to write down here our UL dot capital B. This is our LIA. This one is also correct. Now we need to write down here our UL dot capital A. Okay, and this one our LIA over not, and this is our background color. as a, let's take this as a hashtag color, hashtag people2, then save. As you can see, it is clickable right now and my background color is right now this one. Now we need to write down our UL dot capital A because our class is capital A, that's why. Now we need to write down our anchor tag. Okay, for anchor tag I use A and this is our class A. Okay, and this one is our color. Let's take as a red color, then save. Let's see, it's changing right now. Yeah, it's changing. As you can see, when I click here, it's become red. Now we need to change our C tag. As you can see, this is our C class. Sorry, not tag. Now let's write here UL dot capital A, then li dot C. Okay. Then I need to write down here float non. Then I write here, then save. As you can see, it's none of that right now. So that is how it works. Let's see our which we write here. Oh yes, because of these one it doesn't work. I didn't write my class here. So as you can see, that is how it looks like. If I you write here capital B. If you also write down here as a float right, if you write here, okay guys. You can also do that if you want to. If you have any query, write down in the comment section. Now let's move forward to, let's take this as an example. As you can see, that is how it's responsive right now. As you can see, whenever I move my size here, it's gonna be automatically move. So now let's move forward to our responsive side navigation example. Okay, so let's see our output. Let's see our code. First one, as you can see, this is our ULB. Let's take a. We also need to write down here ULB. I didn't write. So that is how it works here, guys. Which when you move your this one. Now let's move forward to, as you can see, this one is our ULB, and I write down here non-zero, and let's write down our width here. Okay, overflow as a, let's take it as a auto. Background color is gray, is perfect. Let's give them the position as a fixed. Then let's write down here our width as a 20 pixel. Then save. Then let's see, as you can see, it's navigation bar right now. If you want to give the navigation, okay, as you can see, that is how it's here. If you, let's write down here as a 10%, then save. As you can see, responsive side navigation bar here. Now let's move forward to our, as you can see, I use it here ul.v li a, this one. Let's remove this one. If you want to remove this one, let's remain right now. This one is correct. We need to change it only here our this one padding size. Let's change our padding size as 48, and let's clear this one as a sender. Then save. As you can see, that is how it works here. Now we need to change this one also, or this one UL capital E, then save. As you can see how it works like right now. When I move my mouse over here, it's become black colors. Okay. We now let's see our output. Let's do the control Z, okay, right now. Then save. As you can see, I use it here as a capital A, but not we need to use it a capital B here. Okay, guys, it's my mistake. So let's use it a capital B. Then this one also we need to write down our capital B. It's my mistake. As you can see, it's red color right now. In previous example, I did mistake because of this one. I write down our active link. We don't need to give this class, but I write down a class. As you can see, when I move my mouse over here, it's become black color. As you can see, and this is our red. Okay, the main importance is this one. As you can see, this one. Okay, now let's move forward to our responsive side navigation example. Okay, so this one is we need to write down. Let's write down as a auto. Then give them width as a 10 percentage. Then this is a background color. Let's give them the position as a fix. This is the overflow, and let's give them the height 100%. Then save. As you can see, let's give them as a 20%. As you can see, so that is how it looks. Now let's move forward to our this one. Let's give them as a padding as a 4 pixel and as a 8. This one is also correct, our this one. Okay, now let's move forward to our active links. As you can see, this one. Let's also write down here our color as a white and save. As you can see, it's become white color right now. Now let's move forward to our hover knot. As you can see, I've written down here. Yes, just clear this one right now, then save. As you can see, that is how it looks like. Now let's move forward to our this selects our anchor element text and this one for our class A. Okay. Now let's move forward to our over links. As you can see, I write down here. Let's give them the color as a white and save. As you can see, so that is how it looks like. Okay, guys. Now we need to write down our div tag. Okay, our div tag C. So let's just clear this one. Let's write down here div dot capital C. Then give them the margin left as a 20 percentage. Then let's give them the padding 10 pixel, 20 pixel. Okay, and let's give them the height as a 2000 pixel. Then save. As you can see, now we are going to add our media screen here. Okay, so let's add some media screen here. So let's write down our @media screen and our maximum width. Well, let's take as a maximum width as 800 pixel. Okay guys, now let's write down our ul dot capital B and give them as a width 100%, then as a height as a auto, then our position as a relative, then save. As you can see, is now we need to write down our anchor elements for that. So let's write down here ul dot capital B, then li our anchor element text, then let's write down here float left, then give them the padding as a 100 pixel, then save. Let's see the output. As you can see right now, that is how it looks. Let's give them as a 100%. As you can see, that is how it looks right now. Now let's move forward to our division dot c. Let's, as you can see, I use here C class. Then let's use it here our margin left as a 0 and save. Let's see. As you can see, when I do like this, it's become like this. Okay, it's adjustment here. So let's do the more thing here. Our @media and screen right now and maximum width. Our maximum width, let's take it as a 350 pixel. Then curly bracket open and close. Then let's write here our ul dot b li anchor element. We're gonna write here text alignment as a center. Then let's give them as a float none. Then save. Our code is clear. As you can see, is in center mode right now. Breakpoint. Then save. As you can see, it's in center mode right now. Our text is. When I do like this, it becomes big. But when I do, it becomes small. Or 350 pixel. Okay. So that is how it works here, guys. If you have any query, write down in the comment section. Now let's move forward to our drop down menu bar. Okay. So let's write our style. As you can see, we already write. And here is our body. So let's take this as a background color as a white and save. As you can see, if I do here 50% and save, that is how it look like. As you can see, if I do give you the height as 5%, as you can see, that is how it look like. You can adjust your height and weight according to yours. Now let's move forward to our, as you can see, we need to write down here our overflow as a, let's take it as a hidden, and let's clear this one height and width right now. This is our margin and padding, our background color, and this is our li float left, and this is our, let's clear this one. I'm gonna write it like this. Display we are gonna write as the inline block. Color as a white. Text alignment as a center. Let's change the size. Let's take it as a 15 pixel and 20 pixel. Text decoration as a none. Let's clear this one right now. This is our li hey hover. And then we are going to write our here. Let's write our new one. If you want to change the drop down, you can also do that. Okay. So let's give that. Let's first change our class here. Okay. As you can see, this is our UL. So let's clear this one right now. Then here is our first one. And second one, let's use this as a D. Okay, guys. Now let's give our shorts. Okay. So let's just create a new one, guys. Okay. So let's clear this one right now, and let's write down a new one. This one, okay. We are gonna write as a new, and let's clear this one. This one is also we are gonna write as a new one. These are the same home videos and shorts. Now let's add our class C. Okay. So let's create a new li tag and give them as a class C, capital C. I give them as a capital C. Then close. Then let's write down our new one tag div. Okay, guys. And before you add, let's close it. Before you add div class, you need to add a new links here. So let's write down as a. I write down as a hashtag A. You can give the links here. Okay. So then let's give them as a class capital A. Then I write down here as a shorts. Okay. So let's clear this one as a shorts. I write down here. Then save. Now we are gonna add in div class, giving the class as a D. Okay, this is our as you can see, this one is our drop down class. Okay, I use as a C. This is our drop down class, and this is our content here. Drop down contents as a I take as a B, and this our class A is our drop down button. Okay, so let's write down our content here. So let's write down as a, let's give them the links. I give them as a hashtag right down here, then give them as a one name. Let's just copy this one, then paste, and I give them as a 123. Okay, then this is our div tag close here, then this is our li and ul. Now let's create a new one, h2 way b tag. Okay, then save. Now we need to change it here. Okay, guys. So let's see which we need to change here. So we need to change our first one. Let's take this and here. As you can see, I use here our UL tag. UL tag is perfect here. We don't need to change it anything. It also has a li. Now and this one our capital A class. Okay. So also we don't need to change it here. Okay, guys. Now this one our li over. Here we need to give the class here. Okay. So let's add our dot C. Dot C means our drop down. So let's give them as a hover, as a dot A, our drop down button. This is our drop down, and this is our drop down button. Okay, and this is our, let's take this as a aqua color. So let's give them clear here. Then let's write here aqua, then semicolon, then save. Now let's move forward to our this one. Let's clear this one. Then we need to write down our li. Our C means drop down. Okay. And I give them as a display none. Display none. Then save. Let's just clear this one. Let's create a new one so we can easily understand. Now we need to write our .p class means content. So let's move forward to give them display as a none. Then let's give them as a position. Position as a, let's take it as a absolute. Then our padding as a 10 pixel and then 15 pixel. Okay, then we need to add our text decoration if you want to. I give them as a none. Then give them the display. I give them block. You can also adjust the text alignment. I give them as a left. Then save. Now let's see how it looks like. We need to change it. As you can see, it's in left mode right now. We need to change something here. Let's add our name dot be hover. Then we need to add our background color. So let's add our background color as a, let's take this as a brown. Okay. Now we need to give our drop downs display as a block, as a content. Okay. So let's write down our capital C, then hover, and I write down here as a dot B, and just write down here display block. Then save. Let's see our output. As you can see, I move my mouse over here, it's become aqueous color. As you can see, and this is our this one right now. Okay, so let's add here our li, which I deleted, href hashtag shorts, hashtag shorts. Then let's write down our shorts. Then save. And as you can see, this is our menu. It didn't show our menu bar right now. Let's see which problem is accused here. I give them here our A tag as an anchor. 1, 2, 3. This is our div, ally, ul is close. This one is also perfect. Yeah. Here. Don't need to write this one. Then save. Still didn't show it anything. Let's see which error is coming here. Let's write down here as a JavaScript wide as a 0. Then save. Still not showing. Let's see which error is coming. Class A is perfect here. Source is perfect. Division class B is perfect. And here is also perfect. This is our body section, add close, style. This is our dot C. Over is also perfect right now. Then this is our B dot A. We take as a brown color. This is a block P dot. Here we need to add our A and save. Still not. Display none. Here is li hover C over A is complete. LIC is also complete. Here we need to add our B tag. Okay, so let's add our B tag. Display none, position, background text. This is used for our anchor elements. Okay, guys, can save as you can see. Now we need to add our B class. Means B. Then we need to add here display as a none. Then give them the position as a absolute. Then background color as a blue. Then minimum width as a 1 body pixel. Then box shadow if you want to show. Then I give them the box shadow as a 0 pixel. And I write here 8 pixel and 60 pixel. Then 0. Then I give them our RGBA color 0 0 0 0 and I give them a opacity 0.5. Can save. This is our anchor elements which we use. So let's clear this one. We don't need this in our anchor elements. We just need here color as a black. Adding is clear text here. Let's open our browser. As you can see, it isn't visible right now. Let's see which error is coming. All is clear right now. Yeah, here is the problems is here right now. We need to give the inline as a block because if you write none, then it's not showable right now. As you can see, when we move our mouse here, this our navigation menu bar is here. Drop down menu bar is here right now, which we give brown color. Okay. As you can see, so that's for you all our drop down menu bar. If you have any query, write down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want the source code of this our programs, then don't forget to write down your email ID in the comment section. So bye.